They'll be calling you a radical. We got a major story developing in New York, a big time story. CBS affiliate, I believe Channel 2 in New York City and Queens this morning reported a leak at Indian Point, the detection of tritium in the wells. And then now let's think about this. Let's think about this. For them to report that. Now, I've got some information I've been wanting to talk about. When I was in New York City last trip, a whistleblower came to me at our gig at the Shirtwaist Fire, and he says, look, Kevin, I work for the firm that does the welding in the pools. This guy had been in the spent fuel pools in Fukushima, been all over and all these things for decades, for years. He says, look, I know for a fact that they punched a hole a long time ago in the spent fuel pool at Indian Point. He said it was about that big. He says, undetected to the NRC. Undetected, unreported. Now let's think about that. This is going into the water of New York City. This is a giant story. And like I said, we know how the media rolls. We know how they roll. I want to show you guys something. That view I was showing before, that's a Great Salt Lake. What a view, huh? But anyway, this is a big, big story. And if any of you local affiliates in New York City, any of you people want to interview me, talk to me, I'm headed to Canada tomorrow. I'll be in Calgary, but I give out my phone number. Call me. I have a lot of information on Indian Point. A lot of information. And people in New York City need to be aware of this. This is a big, big, big deal. This is tritium being reported in the wells. Now, why is it such a big deal? Number one, tritium. If we've got tritium and we're seeing, and they're reporting spiked tritium levels, we know that's a big time event. That means we have some type of fission event going on. It's like I was right here the other day and somebody says, when I was in San Francisco, we're down on the old pier, you know, and I spent a lot of my life there. I spent a lot of my life in Manhattan too, New York City. And thank you to the whistleblower who called me and texted me early this morning with this, sent me the feed from the news, so thank you so much. Wow. We were standing underneath one of the piers, I think Pier 36, where they're building the first pier in a long time for the cruise line industry now, because they're allowing them to dump. And all you triathletes that are training right in there, you're out of your mind. I mean, the triathletes swim in San Francisco Bay, they're out of mind. Somebody says, where's all the dope dealers? And I says, right there. Right there. Drive-through pharmacies. There's the dope dealers. But this is a big, big, big story. I'm going to stay on it. I'll be all over it. I'll be in Canada tomorrow. And we're going to meet at the Solstice at 9 o'clock, I believe. 8:30, 9 o'clock. Thomas Ackerman, Troy Livingston, Shane Russell, all these really great vloggers. And by the time I get up there and we meet together, we'll have this Indian Point so nailed down that it'll be unbelievable. But everybody in New York City, all hands on deck. All hands on deck. This is scary stuff. And we know Indian Point's been a disaster. For how long? For how long? You know, I didn't get over to my usual spot. I was having coffee this morning when we had this discussion, but he told me, the whistleblower came up to me. He actually picked me up. You know, I'm sitting right there eating a Walt Whitman sandwich right there in front of the Green Grape in Brooklyn. You know, my daughter's house, waiting for him to, and he picked me up. And he says, I got to tell you this, Kevin. He says, it's been eating at me for a long time. And I'll testify to it. I mean, you put me on the stand, I'll testify. And to all you people that cops love to kill people here, we had some good news here yesterday. This cop killed this beautiful young girl, this 21, just randomly killed her. The locals in Salt Lake City charged him with second-degree murder yesterday. It's about time. We have some good things happening because of the community, and as far as the YouTube community, the world community, we have to stand up to these monsters because the Nuclear Regulatory Committee is not going to do it. Our politicians aren't going to do it. Our media is sure not going to do it. Thank you to Channel 2, CBS in New York City, their affiliate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's how we got San Onofre shut down. The only reason we got San Onofre shut down, I was leaking information from my room in the bone marrow transplant center at LDS when I was full of leukemia to the local affiliates. Whistleblowers were sending to me, I was sending to the local media, and the local media plays it in San Diego. I've traveled all over, all over. Local media doesn't cover shit. They do in San Diego, and that's how San Onofre went down. New York City covering this is a big story, a giant story. That thing needs to go, and it needs to go now. Stay tuned.